Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to come on and have a little small discussion on these bags. I've been watching videos, of course, and I was watching America's videos. I also watched a guy who was a psychic guy, and I looked at his video of his Speedy bag, which was a vintage Speedy, and he was talking about and he was talking how he went to Louis Vuitton, and the bag, his vintage bag that he had, didn't have the pockets inside, and he was talking about the history, how the earlier bags didn't come with the pocket inside, and I thought that was really interesting. That's why I like watching these Louis Vuitton videos that people put out, because they also bring out some of the history of Louis Vuitton that I don't know on the Speedies and stuff, because that's what I like the most, is the Speedies. And I like hearing the history on these bags, because they are iconic, they are expensive, and most of all, they're absolutely stunningly beautiful. I love my bags. I try and take the best care I can of them. And in saying that, my last video I posted was of my Speedy traditional 40. This one's the one with the strap, the bandolier. I didn't take out my 40. And I was saying how that was like a 9-year-old bag, and at the time that 9-year-old bag came with, and because I've been getting a few people saying that my bag was, not this one in particular, the traditional one that I have was fake, because the lock on the bag is silver. And they're like, well, we've never heard about that. Louis Vuitton's never had a silver lock. But obviously, I did purchase the bag at the Louis Vuitton store, and nevertheless, the lock is silver on that bag. So yeah, I mean, that's something, you know, I've already done one video on receipts. I'm not going to do it again. And so yeah, that's that. You know, I mean, I love these bags to death. And I was, my last video I was discussing what I'm thinking about getting another Louis, but maybe on eBay or another reputable site. And some people have been giving me certain sites that I can go to, and thank you very much for that, because it's very helpful. Very helpful, because like I was saying in my last bag, I love my bags and I want to use them, but I don't want to use the shit out of them, like I was saying. And no matter how careful you are, wear and tear happens, and I have a perfect example of that. Let me see if I can find it. I was using my 45, and it's a luggage piece. Love this bag to death. I favor the large bags. So, and I've got it filled with a few things, and my 40's filled with the bubble wrap inside, and, you know, we all know the inside look of the Speedies. They're, especially the Damier 35 with the red interior, gorgeous. Anyway, let's get back to this one. And this is the reason why I wanted to look at buying another bag, maybe on a secondary site, because do you see this? As super careful as I've been with these bags, super careful. I baby the heck out of these bags because I love them. I want to really take care of them. They're my babies. And this bag is brand new from last year. So I'm completely devastated. And you're probably thinking, devastated? Come on, it's just a bag. But for the price that I paid for it, and it is my Louis Vuitton piece, I am pretty devastated to see a brand new bag with this on it. I'm shaking a bit. There we go. I was walking, yes, through Walmart. I did a little simple turn somewhere, and the bag hit something. And I inspected the bag like crazy to see if I had damaged the bag. And I didn't see anything, but then I started trying and inspect some more, and I found this. I instantly was majorly pissed off, because it's a damage. No matter how you look at it, it's a damage. And no matter how careful I am with this bag, I damaged it. So now it's a damaged piece, but it's one little scuff mark on the piping. But I went home. Nevertheless, it didn't change my mind. I went home and quickly changed out of the bag. I was so unhappy that I had damaged the bag, and that's what I mean. For the price you pay, you want to keep these bags nice and stuff, and they're, of course, you buy them to use them, and I'm using them, all that kind of stuff, but you cannot avoid wear and tear. okay? And it's not to say that I'll never use this bag again. This print is definitely perfect for now. We're still kind of in winter weather, and I will get some use out of it. But I like to use my bags mostly in the summer because, I mean, I'm sure the sun isn't too great for the bags, but at the same time, too, I've heard on one video that one girl said in the winter the bags crack. So I don't know how legit that is, and maybe it happened to her and stuff. I'm just trying to take care as best as I can with my bags. So that's why I was thinking of getting a secondary seller to find an authentic bag. I think it's a great idea. Plus, you don't have to pay the major price that Louis Vuitton offers their bags at, which is, you know, it's a lot of money. And then when you see something like a little tiny damage like I did here, I'm devastated, but it doesn't make me not want to use the bag. I'll still use my bag. I was just watching this lady, America's, I don't know her last name. I'm sorry, America's. Her video on packing your bag for the weekend, and it's she has the 40 like mine. I mean, I could use this as a weekend bag too, and she had it packed pretty good. She said she wouldn't use it for an extended trip, which is, you know, smart, because you know, although I mean our everyday stuff is heavy enough, date books, heavy wallets, perfume, whatever you pack in these bags, they take the weight. Right? So, and I think that'll do fine, but the thing is too, I worry about this also breaking, and I know you can get it replaced, but Louis Vuitton said there's only so much you can replace these tabs on the actual canvas. So that's why even protecting these would be good. I don't overfill my bags. I just do, the best that I can with keeping them. The stuff that I carry, like I said, you know, a date book, that carries its own weight, but it's pretty small. My date book is not super heavy. The bag that I'm using now, let me see if I can pan to it, is my little Betty Boop. It's like the size of a Speedy, which is super cute. It's almost the size of the Speedy 35, but I think my Speedy 35 is excuse me, a little bit larger. So yeah, so for everyone who's saying, yeah, use your bag, it's not a big deal, it's not a big deal, and for the price you pay for it, you might as well use it. I am going to use it, and I'm being careful with them, but even being super careful, things happen. Where the heck is it? So seeing that, it just breaks my heart every time I look at it. It's not easy to see because this bag is brand new from last year, and as you know, sometimes I use these bags every day, sometimes I don't. So for me not using it lately every day, and then I used it like for like a few 2 weeks or 3 weeks at that time, but the minute I got that scuff mark on that bag, I completely stopped. I went home, changed out of it, and used my 40, or just like I say, another bag that I have in my closet. So I think the video that I just saw with the psychic guy who had a vintage bag, I think it's a great idea for anybody who wants to buy a Louis for the first time. Maybe go for a second-hand bag, and see how you like it first before you go and spend all that money, because they are very expensive. And if you're going to be like me, a little bit kind of devastated when you get at least one nick mark on it, you know, you won't be half as devastated because it's a secondhand bag. So before you purchase your actual new Louis Vuitton bag, you know, you might be happy to just try, you know, a secondhand one. This one is in great condition. The handles are great. My handles are great. Like I say, I don't stuff these bags so that they're super heavy so nothing rips. You know, everything on my bags are still brand new because I do, like I say, I do use these bags, but I try not to, I don't want to damage them. So I do use them. I have explained that I do use these in more formal occasions, or if I use it like going for a quick shopping trip, you know, or for the day or whatever, because I do want to use my bags. It's like, not like I don't want to use them. I do. And I use them like a lot, but at the same time I got to realize that, you know, they are expensive and wear and tear does happen, so I have to be careful with them. So sometimes I do change out of them and use other bags, just so I can keep my Louis looking brand new. Remember, wear and tear, as careful as I am, It just devastates me every time I look at that. But wear and tear does happen. Here's the proof of it right here. And I barely did anything. I only made a simple turn. Don't know what the heck I hit, but it damaged my bag. So there you are. Yeah, sadly, you know. Shit. Sorry. It's just, it really upsets me. You know, I love this bag, and look at it. It's practically brand new. And it's got damage on it, you know. So, but I still value the bag. The whole bag, like the other, anywhere else, nothing's damaged, nothing's scratched, nothing's anything. I take very good care of my bags. Even when I wear them, I'm very careful. I love them, you know. And I would say that obviously my Speedy bandolier I use the most because it's got the straps, so it's versatile, easier to use, and yeah, it's a fantastic bag. What can I say? I love the traditional because I love handheld bags, and that's I love the traditional. But like I say, for shopping trips, you might be sick to death of carrying the handles. So yeah. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to say, and I'm really, I love watching the other Louis Vuitton videos of other people because they also bring out certain history that I don't know about these bags, and I love that. The more I can educate myself, I'm not a Speedy or Louis Vuitton expert, and I'm a Speedy lover, so I try and just listen up on any kind of info I can get for care and management of the bag to keep it looking nice, and yeah, just to enjoy. Plus, to, you know, if you're going to dispense advice and say, go ahead, go and spend that money and use the bag up. And I think that the psychic guy, the video that I just saw with his vintage, he was like, he bought a Louis on a secondary site. And I think it's a great idea for a first-time user to buy a secondary one. See if you like it, because these are super expensive bags. And know that when you go and spend that kind of money, it's going to be worth it, and you're going to love your bag and enjoy it. Alrighty. That's all I wanted to say, I guess. Have a good day.